Hi, good day everyone. Now let's review professional education actual questions from September 2023. Okay, so are you ready? This is teacher Josh. Okay, let's go. Okay, for question number one, who coined the term metacognition? Is it Brunner, John Locke, Vygotsky, or Flavel? Who coined the term metacognition? So the answer is John Flavel. Metacognition, generally referred to as thinking about thinking, refers to thinking about thinking and was introduced as a concept in by John Flavel, who is typically seen as a founding scholar of the field. Flavel said that metacognition is the knowledge you have of your own cognitive processes or your thinking. So the answer is John Flavel. Number two, teacher Michaela is aware of what is happening inside the classroom, such as how the learners behave when she is not around. These demonstrate A. Ripple effect, B. Wittiness, C. Smoothness, or D. Overlapping. Okay, so the answer is wittiness. Wittiness is a term created by Kunin to describe the teacher's awareness of what is going on in all parts of the classroom at all times. So kahit nakatalikod si teacher, dapat aware pa rin siya sa mga ginagawa ng kanyang mga students. So that is called wittiness. Number three, on social development, what feature characterizes the child in infancy stage? Is it team play, poverty, social attachment, or D, well-established language? So, ang keyword natin dito is infancy stage. Ano yung makikita natin sa child during infancy stage? So, the answer is social attachment. Attachment in infancy is important in the shaping of individuals' social, romantic, and individual lives. Children with secure attachments are more likely to develop emotional intelligence, good social skills, and robust mental health. So, during infancy, makikita sa child ang social attachment. Number four, how is a student's 90% percentile score interpreted? A. A high in all skills being tested. B. Mastered the 90% of the specified content. C. Higher than 90% of the members of the groups. Or D. Better relative to the competencies targeted. Okay, so the answer is letter C. Higher than 90% of the members of the groups. So if you know that your score is in the 90th percentile, that means you scored better than 90% of people who took the test. You are better than 90% of people who took the test. Okay, question number 5. I have to check if my students were able to produce the expected output against outcomes. Which type of portfolio am I interested to see? A. Assessment portfolio, B. Development portfolio, C. Showcase portfolio, or D. Evaluation portfolio. Okay, so the answer is assessment portfolio. The primary purpose of an assessment portfolio is to document student learning on specific curriculum outcomes. The items in the portfolio should be designed to elicit the knowledge and skill specified in the outcomes. Assessment portfolios may be used to demonstrate mastery in any curricular area. So gusto natin makita yung specific learning outcome. So this is assessment portfolio. A powerful European country supplied weapons to Afghanistan rebels who were fighting a war in the Middle East. Based on the principle of moral discernment, what is the most applicable based on this scenario? Principle of double effect, principle of material cooperation, principle of lesser evil, or principle of formal cooperation. So the answer is principle of material cooperation. Material cooperation simply means that although we do not share the intention of the wrongdoer, we are involved in the matter or the actual doing of the action. What is formal cooperation? Formal cooperation is a willing participation on the part of the cooperative agent in the sinful act of the principal agent. Lesser evil means if you have two choices but think that they are both bad, you can describe this one which is less bad, or the lesser of two evils, or the lesser evil. So sa lesser evil, you have two choices. And what about the double effect? This principle is commonly referred to in cases of euthanasia. It is used to justify the case where a doctor gives drugs to a patient to relieve distressing symptoms even though he knows doing this may shorten the patient's life. So that is double effect. But for question number 6, the answer is material cooperation. We are we are still involved in the matter or the actual doing of the action. 7. If people live together in peace and harmony by understanding one's traditions and values, what word will describe the situation? A. Interdependence, B. Accentuated risk, C. Pluralism and diversity, or D. Contemporaries. So you have harmony with other traditions and values. Okay, so the answer is pluralism and diversity. Britannica Dictionary definition of pluralism is a situation in which people of different social classes, religions, races are together in a society but continue to have their different traditions and interests. So they have different tradition and interests, but they live in harmony. 8. Of all these programs, this one is in which any member of the community can help. Mother tongue-based multilingual education program, B. Education service contracting, C. E-Impact, or D. Brigada Escuela. So all of the member of the community can help. This is Brigada Escuela. Brigada Escuela aims to bring together all education stakeholders to participate and contribute their time, effort, and resources to prepare public school facilities for the opening of the school year. So before opening of school year, so the community helps in the Brigada Escuela. 9. An ounce of experience is better than a ton of theory was one of the John Dewey's main contentions. This statement underscores the a need for theory, the primacy of experience, the need for experience, or the primacy of theory. So the answer is the primacy of experience. It is through personal experience that theory takes on meaning and individual capacities are developed. Dewey asserts that experience is the foundation for everything in life. Accordingly, he proposes that civilized people learn from their experiences, which allows them to shape future experiences. Experiences are also influence the condition under which future experiences are had. So, besides theory, uh, we need experience to take on meaning, and individual capacities are developed if we have personal experience. Okay, 10. What best describes the pwede na mentality versus excellence in service work? A. Arduous preparation. B. Committed work. C. Resignation to mediocrity. Or D. Striving to be the best. So the answer is resignation to mediocrity. Mediocrity is something most of us don't aspire for. We may simply resign to be content with it, or we may not want to think about it and don't we don't improve our work. So the answer for question 10 is Resignation to mediocrity or the pwede na mentality. 11. What is the appropriate response for millennials who are more exposed to virtual reality instead of actual reality? No mobile phones in school, limits the use of Facebook and texting, PTA conference with parents, or align learning in the context of reality. So, easy lang ito. So, the answer is align learning in the context of reality. So, flexible din ang mga teacher. Number 12. When the distribution is skewed to the right, the test is said to be very difficult, very easy, average, moderately difficult, or not too easy nor difficult. Skewed to the right or positively skewed. So the answer is very difficult. It is said to be positively skewed if the scores are concentrated to the lower end of the measurement scale. For example, test scores on a very difficult exam probably follow a positively skewed distribution because most of the students probably will score quite low and only a few students probably will score high. So if the skewedness is positive or skewedness to the right, the test is very difficult. 13. When computing for the final grade in a learning area, K to 12 utilizes cumulative, averaging, norm, reference grading, or zero-based grading. So the answer is averaging. The average of the quarterly grades produces the final grade. The general average is computed by dividing the sum of all final grades by the total number of learning areas. Each learning area has equal weight. The final grade in each learning area and the general average are reported as whole numbers. So we use averaging in getting the final grade in K to 12 curriculum. 14. A bulletin board display has many colors and arrangement that catches the and hold interest. What criteria is being exemplified in this situation? A. Balance, B. Interactivity, C. Utility, or D. Attractiveness. So the answer is attractiveness. Attractiveness, colors, and arrangement catch and hold interest. 15. To achieve meaningful teaching and process, it is best to link and relate the lesson to the life of the student by integrating a relevant value in the lesson. Which among the following agrees with this principle? A. Share lesson objectives, outcomes with the students. Write smart lesson objectives. C. Lesson objectives, outcomes integrated with two or three domains, cognitive, skill, and effective learning. Begin with the goal objective in mind. So, tama naman lahat, ano? But which is the best? Okay, so the answer is A. Share lesson objectives outcomes with students. Clear learning intentions should help students focus not just on the task or activity taking place but on what they are learning. Learning intentions are always linked to one or more learning outcomes in the specification. 16. As a classroom manager, Teacher A required each of his students to stand and give their seat work individually to him before the bell rings for dismissal. What component of classroom management did he establish? A. Routine, B. Code, C. Norm, D. Rule. So the answer is routine. Routine allows students to quickly accomplish day-to-day tasks that are required of both the teacher and students. Classroom routines are essential for procedures like entering, exiting, turning in, and receiving assignments and transitions. So the answer is routine. 17. Among newspaper contents, what can teacher D utilize to teach critical reading skills to his grade 6 students? Feature content, news content, editorial content, or entertainment content. So we want to achieve or to develop the critical reading skills of our students. So the answer is editorial content. Editorials are meant to influence public opinion, promote critical thinking, and sometimes cause people to take action on an issue. 18. in her science class. How can teacher Ming show the plant's response to sunlight in an inductive manner? A. Show different kinds of plants and their response to sunlight. B. State the cause and effect of the plant's exposure to sunlight. C. Explain the plant's response to sunlight. Or D. Explain the chemical reaction of the plant to sunlight. So when we say inductive, from specific to general. So the answer is explain the plant's response to sunlight. Inductive reasoning is a method of drawing conclusions by going from the specific to the general. 19. Which among the activities below is not an element for effective direct instruction? A. Ample review and explanation, asking a question and checking for understanding, proceed in quick and double steps, or D. Provide systematic feedback and correction. So, ang question, not an element for effective direct instruction. So, the answer is proceed in quick and double steps. Direct teaching model of effective instruction is teacher presentation of new material followed by student practice and feedback. Okay, last question. Teacher Maria made a list of learning activities for her lesson plan, but she did not include blank because this is a common activity in daily lessons. A. Presentation, B. Summative exam, C. Project, or BAS session. So, alin dyan ang laging ginagawa, daily activity? Of course, the answer is presentation. Every day nagpe-present naman si teacher based sa kanyang lesson. So, that's for all. Thank you for watching. Okay, so thank you for watching. Continue to watch my videos to be LPT soon. Okay, bye-bye!